Look out, here she comes.
Morning, everyone. I usually don't talk to you in the morning, but I just thought I'd come on and say hello. I'm just having my coffee, which is 1 Smart Point. I get 2 coffees for 1 Smart Point. We do have to go into town for the Relay for Life thing, which is going to be really super hot. It's going to be in the 90s today with a feels like temperature of 98, which I know probably for some of you is not that bad, but it's going to be super humid. But I need my oil changed. My niece wants to try out a Built Bar. Secretly, I think she just misses me because I haven't been there for a while, so she probably wants to see me. I'm sure that's it. That's what I'm working on this morning. We will see you guys for breakfast. It is July 19th. All right, I'm getting breakfast ready, and I just wanted to take you through what I'll put in my breakfast. I've got baby spinach, Asiago cheese, and I just shred mine super fine. I have some chopped up onions here that I will be adding in my pan. And I use these diced hash brown potatoes. I really like these. And you can get 65 grams of these for 1 point. That's quite a bit in 1 serving of potatoes. I use my peppers that I chopped up and freeze. And as you can see, I know I told somebody I'd show them this before, but as you can see, sometimes they get wadded up like this, but you give them a little pound and they all come apart. 40 grams of this, 40 grams of that, and I measure everything, weigh it all out on my scale, and I'm going to do that here for you so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this has been my favorite. I'm going to move my spinach out of the way. This has been my favorite go-to breakfast lately. We ran out of spinach, so I was eating other things until we got spinach back. And I just used 1 egg over the top of everything. So now I zeroed out my scale, and I'm going to weigh out 40 grams of peppers. That's 40 grams of peppers there. So you can see it's about a 1/4 cup. Now I'm going to do, I think it was 30 grams of onions that I did. Yeah, it was. There's 30 grams of onions. And then 65 grams of these potatoes. There is 65 grams of the potatoes, which is quite a bit, right? And then I also use garlic, but I start this frying up first and get it pretty much almost all the way done. I cover it in my pan. Well, I'll show you. I'll bring you on the stove and show you. Here we are at the stove. Haven't cleaned up my mess since I made Corey breakfast this morning, and it is 9 o'clock right now. Well, 10 till 9. By the time I get this done, it'll be 9. So that's why I'm starting it now. So what I'm using here is just some coconut oil spray, and it is 0 Smart Points for the little bit that I put in there. And I'm going to turn on the burner to medium. And I'm going to go ahead and dump all of that in. There we go. Dump all that in. Put a little bit of salt on it. A little bit of pepper. Okay, a bit of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. And then I'm going to take my lid that I used for Corey's, and I'm going to get all of that in there, and I'm just going to leave this sit for a little bit. I just turned on the burner, so it's going to warm up and it's got to get hot and everything. So I'm going to leave this sit for quite a while. I'm going to put my timer on so I can tell you exactly. I'm going to think it's going to be about 7 minutes or so. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll bring you back and show you and let you know how much time actually went by. So I actually weighed out my spinach so I knew how much I was using, and it turned out to be 20 grams of spinach. And I'm going to put it on my chopping board here and just chop it all up. I have 5 minutes left on my timer on the stove, and nothing's really happening yet, so I'm sure it's going to be even longer. So I just chop the spinach this way. It's best to wash your spinach and dry it. So that's chopped up pretty good. Maybe about a cup. Yeah, it's about a cup of spinach. This has been cooking. I just threw everything in here, covered it up, and cooked it for 7 minutes. And now I'm just going to stir it up. And it's nowhere near done yet, as you can see. So I am going to just stir it up, make sure everything is nice and stirred. And then I'm going to put the cover right back on it. And I'm going to set the timer for another 5 minutes. Try to get everything in there. Make sure it's covered because then that gets the potatoes all done, because you know they were frozen. So I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. And I did get a teaspoon of garlic right here ready to go as well. So I have everything else here that I need. And we're going to let this go for another 5 minutes. I am going to measure out my Asiago cheese real quick. Like I said, I use 3 grams, and I'll show you how much 3 grams is when you shred this so super fine. So that is 3 grams. And this little cup I get from the kitchen store. That is actually quite a bit of cheese. I mean, I don't know if you can actually tell, but I'm going to pour it out in my hand. If you sprinkle this finely over all of your stuff, it has a really strong flavor, and it's definitely plenty of cheese. And that is 0 smart points. So I stopped it a minute early, so it was 4 minutes, not 5. And now I'm going to stir this up again. And you can see it's getting a little browned up now. That's the way I like it. Now when you start seeing the brown, that's when I go ahead and add my garlic, because it's almost done. I add my garlic to it. And then I kind of just stir it in there and make sure that garlic is hitting the pan a little bit so it gets done. You don't want raw garlic. And then what I'm going to do, and I did not use any oil in this, but you can use a teaspoon of oil. I didn't want to add the extra point because I'm having an espresso today because I'm going into town, and I want to use that point for my espresso. So now I'm going to cover it back up and just leave it for, I'm going to say 2 minutes. Maybe not even, but I'll let you know how long it was. Okay, that has been 2 minutes. Well, in 5 seconds here, it will be 2 minutes. I'm going to stir it up one more time. And this looks perfect for me. That's about the brownness that I like. So now the next step is to shut off your timer, remove your cheese from there, and then add your spinach. And I'm going to leave you watching for this. Yeah, it is recording. Okay, because I'll show you exactly how long I leave my spinach in there. Not long at all. And then I just give it a stir. And that's it. That's all. Just a few seconds. I went ahead and put it on my plate. And now I'm going to fry up my egg real quick. Okay, because I don't want my egg to stick, I'm going to spray just a little bit more oil in there. This pan is the Pampered Chef pan, the small one. I really like it, and I didn't like it for the longest time, but now I am starting to like it again. Flip it over. Okay. Okay, you're in the frame here. I'm going to flip it over like that. And the yolk is still a little runny. What I do now is take my cheese and I just sprinkle it over the top. And as you can see with sprinkling it, it's a lot of cheese. It looks like more on your egg than it really is. And that's because it's shredded so fine. That is breakfast, guys. This is really, really good. You don't taste the spinach. So if you're not a spinach person, as long as you're not wilting this too badly, you're not going to taste it. It tastes like nothing. And you're getting the health benefits from it. So try it. I didn't put my meat in here because I wanted to save that extra point too. So this is going to be 1 smart point, you guys, for the potatoes. Just 1. Usually it's 3 because I'll put in some turkey sausage. Let me show you that. So usually I'll put in, no, this is I'm not helping you guys at all, but it's still same, it's by Shermake and it's 100 calories. This is the chicken bratwurst, which does not do it justice. Usually I get the mild Italian breakfast sausage. That stuff is amazing. They didn't have it, so I thought I'd try this out. These are also 2 points per bratwurst. We always cut it in half and use half in our sandwich and cut it up into little pieces. And I add at the same time, I add my onions, potatoes, and red peppers, or the peppers. Add it in there with all of that. But because I wanted to save a point, I did not add this today. So 1 smart point, 1 for that huge breakfast. This is what I usually do. I just usually chop up the egg and mix everything all together. And it is so good. And that Asiago on there is just exactly what this dish needed. I should try cilantro on here sometime. Oh my goodness. Or cottage cheese. Holy cow. At my niece's house uploading a video. Having lunch. This is what I had last night for supper. Stir-fried chicken. This is 4 smart points. This is 3. No, this is 4 smart points as well. Because I have more than 113 grams. So 8 and 9, 10 for the triple espresso. Also having a banana. Okay, I have my dinner here. It's a big dinner. So I have a taco here. And this is 2 smart points. I thought it was going to have 3, but I didn't. I decided not to have the cheese. So this is 2 smart points, 1 for the sour cream, 1 for the wrap. Everything else is 0. It's 99% fat-free turkey. Salsa, no, pico de gallo from Trader Joe's. A little bit of romaine lettuce, onions, and then the wrap, and that's it. And taco sauce, and that's 0 too. I have 160 grams of grapes, and then I have a half a cup of refried beans. Oh yeah, I have a little refried beans on there too, just a little bit. So then I have my coffee there. It's my second cup of coffee. And that is my dinner. And it is a whole 2 smart points. Good afternoon, guys. It's kind of early yet. It's like, well, I guess it's not kind of early. It's 5:30 already. I have a second cup of coffee. My dog mom cup. Sandy gave me this cup. I love this cup. I'm a dog mom times 3. How did my day go today? It went wonderful. Again, I stayed on plan, and I have to tell you something that I figured out for myself. Big thing that I figured out about myself and what I was doing when I was eating this way. I don't remember trying to eat this way before. I don't ever remember trying it before. In my mind, I was thinking, eat every 3 hours, eat every 3 hours. And then my husband's like, you really honestly don't need to. If you're not hungry, you don't need to eat every 3 hours. You have to try different things that work for your body. Sometimes people have to eat every 3 hours. I thought I did. And I lost 100 pounds eating every 3 hours. I lost a lot of weight doing that. It worked then. But what I've been figuring out now is that I had my breakfast, because usually I don't have a hard time in between breakfast and lunch, because I don't eat breakfast till 9 and then I eat lunch at 1. So it's not too bad there. I can keep myself busy in the morning. That's usually when I clean, do my dishes, stuff like that. So I can keep busy and the time flies by. But between lunch and supper, no way. Between lunch and dinner, I'll say, I get super hungry. That's when I start splurging. Like 3:30, I am looking for food all over the place. I'll have 2 Built Bars, or I'll have pretzels and cheese and just pepperoni and cheese and all those high salty things too. So what I did for lunch this time, you saw what I had for lunch, right? It was a lot of food. I had my rice dish, I had a big thing of cottage cheese, and I had a banana. I had all of that for lunch. Oh, and then I had a Premier Protein. So that was another thing added on to there. And boy, oh boy, was I full. I was nice and full. It was 10 smart points. But I had only had 2 smart points for breakfast. So now I'm at 12 smart points. Actually 13 with, no, 12, because I could have 2 coffees for 1 point. So I'm still at 12 points. If I have more coffee, I'll be up to 13, which I probably will. My dog's tried spilling my coffee, bumping into my table. So I probably will have another coffee tonight yet. But what I found is that 3 o'clock came, 3:30 came, 4 o'clock came, 4:30 came. I was not hungry at all in the least. I didn't go searching for food, anything. I think Sandy's onto something, guys. Have a larger meal. It'll last you longer in the day. And then, have all of your snacks and everything right at that meal. If you want a Built Bar, have it for lunch with lunch. And that kind of, I think that trains your mind that you just know, okay, no eating till supper. You don't even have that thought in your mind like, okay, I can have a snack at 3 o'clock. Let's go look for one. Now I just know no snacks until, dinner time. That's it. So I don't even go looking, because I know I'm not going to allow myself to have that snack. Dogs! Oh my gosh. Okay, I had to yell at my dogs, so I'm back now. So yeah, I just know in my head that, like, nope, I'm not even gonna look for a snack because I'm not having it. Not having anything till dinner. And that's exactly what I did. So then dinner came around and it was just a taco, and I added some other things to it because I had 11 points left, so I could add all kinds of stuff. I ended up having some other stuff too, which is good. And that, having it at the same time, made me realize that there's no more. I'm done for the night. I'm going to go to bed early. That's it. So I'm hoping, I've never tried this sort of plan before, that it actually will work for a while for me. You know that I always goof up. At one point or another, I will goof up. It's just a given. So I'm going to take advantage of it while I can and try and do the best I can on what I'm doing now. But I'm telling you, the larger dinners, the larger lunches and dinners really, really work. For me, anyhow. You guys can give it a try and see how it works out. And then if I really desperately need a snack in between, I'll make like a small bowl of cauliflower in the microwave. So I chop up a cup of cauliflower, put it in my little Pyrex bowl, my little glass bowl. It's a 2-cup glass Pyrex bowl. Put it in there, a little bit of water at the bottom, cover it up with a paper plate or with a real plate, a smaller glass plate. Cover it up, put it in the microwave for 3 minutes, put a little salt and pepper on it, and you're good to go. It's really good, and it is definitely filling. It's got a lot of fiber in it, and that can be your snack for the day. And it's so low in calories and so low in points that it's not going to hurt you at all. Definitely not. I really thought I'd share that because it worked good for me the last 2 days. It really did. I have noticed that I'm not feeling as hungry. So if you're seeing these huge meals for lunch and dinner, that's why. I just thought I'd explain it. And it seems to be working pretty good. And boy, is it a lot easier because I don't have to sit there and try and find food every, at 10 o'clock and then at 3 o'clock and then again at 7 o'clock and try to fit all my snacks in there. Oh, I have a big tip for you guys. Okay, I went to change my oil today, and then I realized that, hey, and the guy told me too, hey, you still got 500 miles left on there because they keep track of it on their computer. I read the numbers wrong. I'm like, oh yeah, I do. So I said, well, can you at least top off my oil, and that way I'll be good because I know I was getting low on oil. So they're like, yep, we do that for free in between your fill-ups. For free. You get free oil. And I think most oil change places do that. This is like Express, Mobile Express or something Express, Care Express or something like that. So check out wherever you get your oil done. If you go there regularly, ask them, hey, do you guys top off the oil in between changes for free? Because I know a lot of oil places do that. Mine does that. I had no idea. I would have been doing it all this time. So I asked him, I said, how often do you recommend me coming in to top off my oil? And he says every 1,000 miles. So after I get it changed this next time, after I hit that 500 miles that I needed, I'll go in, get it changed, and then watch my odometer. Oh my gosh, I couldn't remember the name of it. Watch my odometer, and when it hits 1,000 miles, just pull it in there. They're usually never busy there, so all I have to do is like pull around to their garage door. It's like around in a circle here. Park there. They tell me this way or that way to park because they have 2 stalls. They tell me either this stall or that stall. I park behind there, wait till I can pull it in. I go sit in the waiting room. About 15 minutes, it's all done. So I just play on my phone for 15 minutes, just like play on my phone for 15 minutes, and then poof, my oil change is done. Or even better yet, if I'm just topping it off, I just pull in, stay in my car, they fill up my oil, check it, make sure everything's good, and I'm off. 5 minutes, not even. So check out your oil place if you go there regularly. I'm sure they probably wouldn't do it if you're not a regular customer. We are a regular customer. We always go there to get our oil changed. So he just said, yeah, just pull it in, tell us that you need a top off for the oil and do it. No charge. And I'm glad he told me that. So now I will definitely be doing that, because why pay for oil if you can get it for free. For free. It's awesome. Sometimes this world is a good place. It really is. And sometimes people really make your day. Speaking of making my day, every single day that I make a video, I need to thank my subscribers and my fellow YouTubers because you guys, you're all awesome. Our subscribers, they're messaging you and they're making you feel so good and saying such nice things. And it's just so sweet. It really is. And I really appreciate it. And I've been just talking away to B today, and we're trying to, you know, just kind of figure out where we are in our journey. And I'm in awe of her journey. I really am. And she's really inspiring me to get my butt moving because I cannot let her get too far ahead of me. Can't do it. I'm sorry, B, I can't do it. I got to catch up to you somehow, but I'm not going to do it dangerously. I'm going to do it right. I am getting a collab set up with Mel, and I'm also getting a collab set up with Sandy. I'm like, you know, Sandy hasn't done a collab. I don't remember ever seeing Sandy do a collab. So I got in touch with Sandy and said, hey, Sandy, I need your brain power because I'm kind of like tapped out on what to do for a collab. And you know what? If 10 minutes didn't pass by and her sister, I think she said Denise, I think it was Denise, that her and Denise came up with this wonderful collab. And the more I look at it, the more it's like, dang, that's good. How can they think like that? I couldn't come up with it, but I'm not going to share it. I'll let her share it because this was her idea, her and Denise's. I'll let her share what it is. So check out her channel. I'm not sure if she's going to share it now or wait till we put it out there, but it is a good one. It's a good one, and I'm going to let her share it. And she's like, well, I don't really know how to do all the computer stuff. I said, I'll do that. I just need your brain power. I do. So we're going to be in on this collab together. We're going to host together. I think it's going to be a wonderful collab. It doesn't have anything to do with food. Wonderful community. Wonderful. And the brain power some people have. Holy cow. It's amazing. It's amazing. And guess what? Luna rings the potty bell now. Eclipse taught her. He did. He taught her how to ring the potty bell, and she rings it now. Corey is at Relay for Life. He let me skip out of it. He's not going to walk much because it is 95 degrees out, and we have a huge storm coming that's supposed to be pretty dangerous, so I'm not sure if we're going to get tornado weather or what. We have a bad storm coming, and he said he wouldn't be there long, so we'll see. But it's almost 6 o'clock. He will probably want dinner when he gets home, so you know he'll eat then. I don't like waiting that late, so I eat beforehand. I'll probably just work on my videos, get this one uploading overnight, and then go to bed early. I hope. Maybe get some diamond painting done today because I've been slacking at that again. I haven't done any the last 2 days, maybe. That is it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow for another What I Ate. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to share this if you think anybody else may like it. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a good night and try and stay cool out there. Yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. We have some wicked storms coming in. Holy moly. It is nasty out here. It is so humid. The wind is starting to pick up. We're getting egg size hail coming our way. Wow. I sure hope there's no tornadoes. Look at how windy it is. Ooh, bugs galore out here too. I just had to get all my plants off my railing here because it's gonna get pretty darn windy. Hope the chickens are okay tonight. Ugh. I love storms, but I don't love them this much. We crank the air up because it is so hot, and if the electricity goes out, it'll probably be out for a while, and it's gonna be really hot upstairs here. Woo, it's getting windy. We're hanging out in the basement, guys. Tornado warning over at our house. It's very windy and very lightning-y out there. Let me spin you around and show you. It's like constant lightning outside right now. Wow.
Hey.
The cat's not agreeing with Eclipse.
Look out, here she comes.